putting an end to identity politics. This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Kevin Jackson here. You having a good time? I'm having a good time. My producers are having a good time. We're all having fun. Yeah, we're just among friends here. Lots to talk about. We didn't do tweets today, so I'm going to do it now. I love covering tweets because you people are amazing. I would love to think that I have a monopoly on all the good thoughts that are out there. No, I wouldn't love to think that. That's not good. I'm glad you guys are out there, with your own ideas. That's what makes it so cool. Makes it fresh. There are people out there who really know how to cut to the crux of things. Like, for example, MLK Day. Talked about it earlier. I don't really celebrate MLK Day. It isn't that I don't admire Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, because I do. An amazing dude. But I don't think that the day is not for black folks. Dr. King is a celebration of America. The idea that through peaceful protest, he changed the way this country thinks about race. And all he said was, give us a chance to show you that we're human beings. He's not looking for mandates. You will give me legislation to make it this such. No, just give us a chance. We'll show you. Booker T said, man, look, put a brother to work. I'll show you how I can do. You'll want me to come back to work the next day. That's the way I look at it. When I would do a job, I'd be like, man, you're going to want me back. Isn't that the same way you sort of, treat a relationship? You're like, man, if she just give me one chance, one date, I'll prove to her, I'm amazing or whatever. I mean, think about it. That's what you want to do. First impressions. And again, carry it through. Live up to it. Be a person of character. Elder Lansing tweeted this. Elder, he's a black dude, old black dude, but man, his tweets get mad hits because he hits to the core. Here's what he says. I missed the part where Dr. King wished for white people to all die off, or where he said black people can't be racist. The left is hijacking Dr. King's civil rights message of love and racial harmony to preach hate and racism, which is evil and wrong. Elder he's the elder statesman. This guy, Elder Lansing, no, elder statesman. This guy gets it. Brother. Old school brother. Elder looks like he's probably, I don't know, late 50s, 60s, whatever, but he gets it. He ain't too old. Yeah, what else we got? Here's one. Kirstie Alley. You know who she is, the girl that replaced Diane on Cheers, did all the weight juggling back and forth. Kirstie probably big as a house now. I don't care. I'm just saying. What? I'm not fat shaming her. She's been fat. She's been fat. She's been thin. She's been fat. She's been thin. She teases about being fat. I don't care. What? Fat people don't exist? Oh, Kevin, you can't talk about fat people because we got fat people in my audience who love me. Come on, fat people, show some love. If you're fat and you love me, send me a note. KJRadio.com. I'm going to read your note on the air. Send me some love because I know you love me. I love you too. I wouldn't pick you if I was going to be in a sack race, but I love you. Has nothing to do with that. Some of the coolest people I know are fat. And some of them are proud of it. Never forget one of my fat friends. I teased his belly. I teased him about his belly. Like, dude, you're 20 years old with a belly. He says, yeah, my daddy always told me to keep a shed over my tools. I cracked up. Funniest fat statement I'd heard in a long time. He didn't make an excuse. Yeah, man, I'm about to lose. I gotta get in that gym. He didn't say a word. He just said his daddy told him to keep a shed over his tools. Anyway, Kirstie Alley said this. We went a long way to get back to that, didn't we? That's what makes us fun. Kirstie retweeted this. She said, this is why Democrats lost. People are tired of being looked down by prigs. I don't know what a prig is. You are destroying the Democrat Party with your elitist attitude towards half the country and your fancy ways of saying they are crap holes. See, Kirstie gets it because she's saying the left won't call you a crap hole. They won't tell you live in a crap hole. They will put all kinds of fancy names and euphemisms and stuff like, don't call it a ghetto. Call it I don't know. They got some pretty name for ghetto where black folks live. Don't call it a barrio. Call it a Starbucks will never go there place. I don't know what they call it, but they will come up with something cutesy. And everybody's supposed to be all happy, but Kirsty gets it. Because what they're saying to you, Democrats will disguise their racism to your face. They will disguise how much disdain they have for you. Like Don Lemon the other day. He says, most of the audience here, the audience at home won't understand what we're saying here. I mean, wow. What a tribute to the people that watch your show, Don. By the way, I agree with you. Most of your audience is so stupid, they wouldn't know what you're saying. They're so condescending. They know more. You know less. They went to better schools, or they just got a break or two. That's all it is. That's why they rely on these things. Affirmative action is really good, said the guy who benefited the most from affirmative action. Why? Because he was a piker. You find a leftist who really is all about affirmative action. You'll find somebody whose grades sucked. They couldn't compete otherwise. They then got a break to get to the next thing, and they're like, if it weren't for affirmative action, I wouldn't be where I am. Said Kevin Jackson never. I don't care. If you came back, looked over my life and said, well, Kevin, that National Merit Scholarship thing you got was affirmative action. I'm going to go, so? I had to go to college and get grades. I had to graduate and get a job. I got a job and started doing something else. Now I work on my own. Who's affirmative actioning me now? I'm just curious. Are you white folks out there listening to me going, I hate that I have to listen to Kevin Jackson. I should be listening to Rush Limbaugh, but I'm required to listen to him because of affirmative action. Or are you glad to be here? I think you're glad to be here. Admit it. Admit it. So what? What affirmative action? Did I force somebody? Kevin Jackson must sell 10% of the books that Rush Limbaugh or Glenn Beck or whoever white person, Ann Coulter sells in the next thing. Whatever. Said no white person ever. Said nobody ever. If I sell books, it's because I got off my booty and I sold them. Because they ain't walking out of inventory. I'll tell you that. There's no contract that says, Kevin, how many books you got left there? Donald Trump didn't get elected and call me and say, Kevin, Kev, I know you got a lot of books. When I sell my next book, The Art of the Deal, I'm going to wrap yours in it. Please, Don, do it, baby. By the way, racepimping.com if you want to get that book. Here's the thing about us. We don't even proselytize this book every 5 seconds on the show. Hey, did I mention I wrote a book, Race Pimping? You can get it at racepimping.com. I hadn't said racepimping.com on my show. Probably in weeks. True story. Go listen. Go to kjradio.com. Look at it. Go look at listen to any of the broadcasts. Well, I haven't said a word about it. Why? Psst. It is what it is. You know I wrote a book. 3 of them, in fact. Go get them. Here's another one, another tweet from Colin. Chelsea Manning becomes a traitor, goes to jail, cuts off genitalia, gets out of prison early, runs for office. If this doesn't describe the modern day Democrat Party, I don't know what does. I agree with you, Colin. 100%. What? Leftists make a living out of the nonsense that happens in the look. Don't misunderstand me. You had strife in your life and you got an inspirational story. Congratulations. Go do it. Get on the speaking circuit. Do whatever you want to do. I had a buddy. He goes out. He talks about trying to climb Mount Everest 3 times. One of the best presentations you'll ever hear. 3 times. And he shows a dot. We got to here. And we stopped. We got to here. And we stopped. But the 3rd time, I summited. And it's a story of overcoming of it. You got to hear the story because he shouldn't have been at the top of Mount Everest. And by the way, I found out a dude who's got no legs climbed Everest. Well, he crawled Everest or whatever you would say, but he got up to the top of Everest. If you ever think you can't do something, there's a dude that doesn't I think he either didn't have legs or he was paralyzed, but one or the other. Either way, he crawled up the mountain on his arms. You couldn't crawl to your refrigerator. Don't even go there. You couldn't even crawl to your refrigerator. If you had enough energy to get there to get the meal to save your life, you couldn't crawl to your refrigerator on your arms. Don't even look at me, producer. I know you. Most of us, we don't even know what our potential is. Anyway, Chelsea Manning going to run for Senate. Senate, no less. Why not? The transgender need representation. And if you don't like that she's running for a senator, you're transphobic. I already talked about that. Anything that you don't like that the trans are doing, you're transphobic. Because that's how the left treats you. You don't like something. Wish we could have gotten more tweets, but I don't know. I vamped. See you again soon.
He won't stop until he's the top-rated radio talk show host in America.
What kind of weird competitive freak are you?
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.